I have a really fun day planned. It's Sunday, and I'm going to the Nick Fancher photography workshop. I had to YouTube how to peel a mango. Still terrible at it. If anybody has any cool tricks or how to peel a mango, please God, please let me know. All right, guys, time to hit the road. Studio Anywhere is a book about doing strobe photography. Who's calling me? Hello, may I help you? So about 3 months ago, I'm scrubbing the internet and I see this Nick Fancher studio workshop and it looks awesome. I check out his book called Studio Anywhere, which is about using speed lights and like minimal gear to really get high quality, professional looking, really artistic, high concept studio photographs anywhere. I mean, on the street, in the bathroom. In fact, we shot in the bathroom when we did this workshop. So I just signed up for it. I'd never done anything like that. I pull up my car, I'm like one of the first students to arrive. I come in and I say hi to everybody and Nick's like, hey man, your flag's down. And I'm like, what do you mean? I look down, so my fly was open. Take a bow. It was actually a pretty good icebreaker. The way Nick kind of structured this thing was that he talked to us a little bit about a technique or two, and then he split us into 2 groups, and then we each got to shoot some of that technique, and then we talked about another technique, split us up, for like the whole day. But I gotta tell you, I was a little bit jealous of Nick because he uses the 85mm 1.2 prime. That's all he uses, and it's like half the weight and half the size. You know, for traveling, like when I go to Vancouver or something like that, I have to carry this thing. I don't really use this lens for visual effects that much. I really don't want to bring this with me. But anyway, I digress. This is kind of the setup. This is kind of the Studio Anywhere setup. We've got our camera, some kind of portrait lens, and then this is called the Cactus receiver. I don't know the exact model number. I'll put it in the link down below. It's really great though, because you buy this Cactus flash, which is like 200 bucks, which is the other thing that I use. This guy has the remote commander built. A dog or a person? Oh, it's a dog. Okay. I'm glad that's not a human because I'd be a little concerned if that was a human. I just dropped some stuff on the floor. What I'm trying to say is this guy talks to this guy without any kind of like added weight on top of it. I was almost gonna like throw my 5D behind me to like be cool and like talk, but I'm not gonna do it. The first thing he says is, all right, we're not gonna use any of this gear in the studio. We're just gonna use this dirty wall and this umbrella and this stand and my one flash, and boom, we start taking photos. He shows us some techniques. I'm taking these photos that are like, I feel like 10 times better than I've ever taken before, and I was just so happy. It's been so long since I've just been able to do something like creatively fun for just me and actually done it. You know, they make these ring lights. I'm using one right here, but like for video, like a ring, and you can put it on your camera, and so when you hit the flash button, it flashes directly from the camera. But they're pretty expensive, and they're yet another thing, right? So he actually found one, and I found it for like, I want to say 25 or 30 bucks on Amazon, link below. It pops open, and so it looks like a white softbox donut made of cloth, and you stick your flash in it, and then you can put your camera through it, and it sort of straps on. And then he was like, I'm going to show you guys more complicated techniques using this thing and dragging the shutter. He takes us into the bathroom in this place, because it's the only place that had like a tungsten, like that orangey light source. He starts shooting photos in his bathroom of a model. One half of the face will lock in like a photo. Say if you've got hair and you whip it around or you blow a fan on it, you're gonna get like that motion blur feel. And then it's also 2 different color temperatures. So you got the orange and you got the blue. So you have this great separation. So here's 12 people all huddled around a bathroom in a photo studio using one flash in the bathroom light. I think I took some of the best photos I've ever taken in my life. The day was really crazy in a lot of other ways too. So we go to Whole Foods for lunch. We start hearing some chanting.
Animals want to live!
Just like us!
And then this guy comes up and starts screaming.
It's violence!
Do it! It's not fair!
It's violence!
Wrong way to do it!
I don't know if there's a right way to and a wrong way to protest. Usually for me, the line is violence versus non-violence.
They're
not just like us.
Animals are just like us!
The whole world just kind of seems on edge right now. Like it's definitely, America's in a America's in the weirdest place it's ever been in my entire life. And I think that's true for for many people. So we get back, we start shooting. He shows us some outdoor techniques, one flash in the sun, lots of cool stuff going on. Then all of a sudden these people are like, hey, help us, help us, help us. And we run and we go help some ladies push a car that ran out of gas. So we do that, we go back, we start shooting some more. I'm still outside, and all of a sudden this lady comes out with like her kid, and she's like, my car battery died, can you help me? So one of the other photographers had some jumpers, and he tried to jump her car. It wasn't working out, and then in the middle of like trying to jump it, her hood fell down on the cables, and her hood wouldn't open. She was like, she was gonna call a friend to help her out. We were like, we're right around the corner in this studio. You come get us if you need us. She never came back, but she got a pair of free jumper cables that day, at least. So then we kept going. We kept doing all these other cool techniques. We started doing some gobo stuff, shooting through slats of light. We finished at around 6 p.m. Just at that moment, I felt like everything was right. There were people there that were from Vegas and Seattle, and people that make a living doing photography, and people that don't make a living doing photography. The models were phenomenal, and we just all came together in this little white box on a Sunday in Huntington Beach, California, to just take photos. The moral of this story is that in this specific time where like there's so much craziness going on, a handful of people were able to come together and use creativity and hard work on this one day to create stuff. And to me, that's what it's about, creating stuff. And I'm visually creative. Visual creation is me. And it's just something we need more of, I think.
So anyway, since the lighting's absolutely terrible in here, I'm just going to go home.